Fiscal policy. Keynes gave the idea in the general theory of employment, interest, and money that government fiscal policy should be used to stabilize the level of output and employment.
The government affect the level of equilibrium income in following ways.
Number 1. Government purchases of goods and services increase aggregate demand. Number 2. Increase in taxes reduce the aggregate demand. Number 3. Subsidies increase aggregate demand. Simply put, increase in government expenditure and subsidies and reduction in taxes will work towards increase in output, GDP, in the economy. It works through a multiplier effect, similar to the money multiplier effect we studied in the chapter on money. Within the present framework, we find that the tax multiplier is always 1 less in absolute value than the government expenditure multiplier. This has an interesting implication. If an increase in government spending is matched by an equal increase in taxes so that the budget remains balanced, output will rise by the amount of the increase in government spending. A balanced budget multiplier of unity implies that 100 increase in government expenditure financed by 100 unit increase in taxes increases income by just 100. Now the next topic is financing of budgetary deficits. Budgetary deficits must be financed by either number 1, taxation, or number 2, borrowing, or number 3, printing money. Governments have mostly relied on borrowing, giving rise to what is called government debt. The concepts of deficits and debt are closely related. Deficits can be thought of as a flow which adds to the stock of debt. If the government continues to borrow year after year, it leads to the accumulation of debt, and the government has to pay more and more by way of interest. These interest payments themselves contribute to the debt. We have to understand perspectives on the appropriate amount of government debt. There are 2 interlinked aspects of the issue. Number 1. One is whether government debt is a burden. Number 2. Issue of financing the debt. The burden of debt must be discussed keeping in mind that what is true of one small trader's debt may not be true for the government's debt. Unlike any one trader, the government can raise resources through taxation and printing money. By borrowing, the government transfers the burden of reduced consumption on future generations. This is because it borrows by issuing bonds to the people living at present, but may decide to pay off the bonds some 20 years later by raising taxes. Government borrowing from the people reduces the savings available to the private sector to the extent that this reduces capital formation and growth. Debt acts as a burden on future generations. Traditionally, it has been argued that when a government cuts taxes and runs a budget deficit, consumers respond to their after-tax income by spending more.